Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz and Roundtables discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy, The Truth, with me. How are you doing, sir?
All good, man, all good.
That's what I like to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest for you. The man of the moment, our French connoisseur, the Don himself, that calls himself Jay. How are you doing, sir?
All good, man. Nice to see you lot. It's been a while.
It has been a while, and it's very good to see you. Glad to have you on the show.
For having me.
Of course, man. Anytime. We may or may not have an intruder come on as well. We'll see what happens. But two may be in the building. He might not be. We shall see, people. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, and, get the comments in because, we like to be interactive with you all. It is the Premier League Prem review slash preview show. Well, it's a special North London derby. You know what time it is. Got my two Arsenal fans here. I will try my hardest to be as neutral as possible and bring the Spurs argument into this debate. Truth, going to come to you first. Arsenal, obviously North London derby, we know what that means. Won 1 out of the last 5 North London derbies. What are you expecting from this game, especially as you lot are at home? What are you expecting?
I'm expecting the same rubbish that we've come to expect. Not facing Tottenham, but facing a Mourinho, where he's going to have 2 shots on goal. We're going to have 78% possession. And, they might get 1 goal sit on it. And it's probably going to be a 1-0 or 2-0. I honestly do expect that because our focus right now isn't the league. Arteta's shown that. I will be surprised if there's a strong team played on the weekend.
Even though it's a derby?
Yeah, even though it's a derby. The focus has to be Europe. Like, he's put all his eggs into that basket. I personally wouldn't, but the draw last week really stopped any momentum that we had in the league. It was a really bad draw. So I expect the understrength side going into the derby. And the team Tottenham put out today against the Prague.
No, Dynamo Zagreb.
It's Dynamo, sorry, yeah, Dynamo Zagreb is, there's no Bale, so I expect Bale to turn to be. They're going to put out a strong team. They're still going for the league, so it's going to be one side that's really going to go for it because they're only 2 points off top 4, and we're not really going for it. So that's what I feel it's going to be.
Oh, that's interesting, Jay. Can Arteta afford? I mean, listen, I understand obviously with where you lot are in the league and constantly dropping points all the time, but considering that it's Spurs and it's Spurs at home, it's not Spurs away, can Arteta afford to A, play a weakened team, but B, will the fans allow it? I know fans aren't allowed in the stadiums, but still, will the fans allow Arteta to play a weakened side in a North London derby at home?
I think if this depending on the results against Olympiacos, if we win and if we get through and we, either scrape a draw or lose narrowly to Tottenham, but we still get through to the next round in Europa League, then it will be justified. But when you say weakened team anyway, at the moment, do we really know what Arsenal's main team is? Yeah, okay, you've got Aubameyang, maybe Saka and Tierney. The rest of them, Cedric, same level as Bellerin, really. David Luiz, Gabriel, Mari, we've got all these defenders. They just come in and you don't even know who's good anymore. So, but if I'm honest, like compared to last year, I think we've got a bit of style of like, we know what we're doing. Yeah, I know what the truth means against a Mourinho team. Like he's always got a number. We'll be like shooting. We'll miss loads of chances, and then Harry Kane will get a penalty, or they'll still score like a wonder goal, and then that's it. Like it's just so annoying. But I don't know. I got a sneaky feeling. Last time we played a weekend team against Leicester, and we, it was away from home, and we got good results. So who knows? Who knows?
That's a good point you bring up there. The Leicester result, obviously, I think when everyone saw that team sheet, they thought, "What is really going on?" And Arteta pulled it out of the bag, and was it 3-1? Nick?
Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah,
3-1, yeah.
you got a 3-1 result. I just want to bring a stat to you, right? Because even though, as I said, you lot have only won one of the last 5 North London derbies in the league. You actually haven't lost in 7 home games in the league against Spurs. You won 4 and drawn 3. Won 3 and drawn 4. Sorry. So surely, considering that record that you have at home against them, surely Arteta has to say, even though my focus is the Europa League, because that's the only way of you lot potentially getting back into the Champions League now, for the one-off game against Spurs, which is more important to anybody than anything else, surely he has to go out there and say, we're going to put out a strong team, we're going to go for it, and still have enough to beat Olympiacos at home in the Europa League the upcoming Thursday.
No, we're not going to take the risk of doing that, because last year I think we drew 1-1 in the first leg, and then we went out in the second leg on away goals. Remember, in the Europa League, there's no home and away. Like, I think in terms of fans and in terms of fans, it's a bit different. So the home and away means a lot less. So we have to make sure, regardless, that we go through in that second leg. And remember, we're playing in Athens right now. So by the time we get back, it's going to be Friday morning. If they're leaving tonight, they're going to get back Friday morning, because depending on what they do, they might go back to the hotel, they might leave straight away. But it's either tonight or Friday morning. They're going to be off for tomorrow. A little bit of training on Saturday. There isn't enough time to get everything up and going. So for me, there's no fans in the stadium anyway. So it's not a normal North London derby for me.
Yeah, no, you're right.
This is the one time where I would say I don't care as much about the North London derby, because it means different things to both teams. For us this year, it doesn't mean anything because the league doesn't mean much. For Tottenham, it's not even about the North London derby. They just want to get back in. They need to get back into that top 4, considering their finances. So, yeah, it means a lot different this year.
I understand that, but Jay, considering that Spurs are also in the Europa League, both teams are playing currently. As the truth said, Spurs have probably left a couple players out and whatnot. And in terms of the top 4, yeah, they're there, but they're not really there. If you look at it, you're both in the same boat, just different positions in the league. I mean, is it a realistic expectation that Spurs are going to make top 4?
They're only 2 points out.
I know they're only 2 points out, but considering the way how Maureen's been up and down, it's not there. I think they would be better off doing what you lot are doing and throwing their eggs into the Europa League basket.
You know I hate Tottenham. But I'm sorry, when you have Bale, Kane, Son, probably Chuck Ali into there, that is enough firepower to see them through most teams. For example, I don't think they really played that good against Palace, but they won 4-1. you know.
To be fair, Palace were there for the taking.
I know, but that's the thing, Tottenham didn't play well. At the moment, Tottenham are in a position where they don't need to play well to start beating sides, because the firepower is there. That's the one thing they didn't have. Bale just completes that little firepower.
Yeah, Bale coming in on form as well has been the worst thing that could happen, man. Like, they need a little bit something, and he's just come in and he's found some fitness. Yeah, that's the key. He's playing games now, so yeah. Just before they meet us, they found some form, but I don't know.
I mean, Jay, the last time Spurs won at the Emirates in the league, Truth and Jay, when was the last time Spurs won at the Emirates in the league?
Was it 2013? Was it 1-0 or 2-0? Not 2013.
That wasn't at the Emirates.
2012?
I remember Dele Alli goal, but I think that was in the cup.
I think the one that you're talking about, Truth, was in the cup. It wasn't in the league.
Where Spurs won at the Emirates.
Yeah.
It's been a while,
Can't recall.
to be fair.
Yeah, I can't recall.
Does the name Eunice?
Oh wait, hold on.
Well,
Was it
Eunice
that?
Kabul.
Was it when they came back? And it was that close. Was it 3-2 or?
yeah, it's 3-2.
Yeah.
Eunice Kabul,
Whoa.
yeah,
I swear that was back at 2009 or 2008.
2010.
Whoa,
So they haven't
okay.
won at the Emirates for 10 years. Right.
Wow.
This is
Okay.
so Jay, considering that record.
Hey, I'm feeling good now, man. That's a good sign. Listen, forget Mourinho and all of that. Listen, we're great. 10 years.
10
A lot has happened since then. I imagine we had Emery years, everything.
Don't get me wrong. They won in the League Cup last year at the Emirates, but in terms of the league, they haven't won there since 2010. That it was Bale. Who is it? Bale, Kabul. No, Bale, Van der Vaart penalty, and Kabul.
Okay.
So considering all of that, surely 10 years, you want to keep it going for 11 of these guys not winning on your patch. Because the thing is, I can understand why you lot are saying the Europa League, I get it and all that. But considering you lot are at home, it's your turf. Surely you can't make them go there and actually win by playing such a weakened side.
100%. Listen, no matter what, it's still the North London derby, but we never want to lose to them. So when I'm going to wake up Sunday, I'm not going to be thinking, Europa League on Thursday.
But the players aren't going to feel that though.
Yeah.
Think about it. The fans let the players know that you're in a North London derby. We have too many players here that don't understand what the North London derby is.
That's true. That's true.
You know, long gone are the days of Ramsey, Ozil even knew what the North London derby is. These guys, a lot of these guys that are probably going to play on Sunday, you think Cedric's going to come back in, Mary's going to... These guys don't know what the North London derby is, especially if there's no fans there. It's just going to be another match to them. Like, it's not going to mean as much, trust me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the way it's going to be, Arteta's going to play our usual style. We always try win the game, try build up the play. Mourinho's going to sit back and then them three up front going to try and get us on the break like they did in the first game this season. When that was it Son that scored that? Yeah, it was Son.
That banger
on the counter. We were attacking, and that's usually what happens. That's probably why it's felt like we've lost, because there's been draws, and we felt like we should have won those games. That's been the problem.
That is true right there. But Truth, surely now if you hold on, first of all, before I ask this question, welcome to Tooth. He's joined us to
what's up, man?
to join the party. What's good?
What's good, bro? It's just good to see Jay, bro. That's the only reason I came, bro. That's the only reason I came on these. You know what I mean? I just had to see Jay, bro. Long time, man. How you been?
Yeah,
bro?
long time. Yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Bro, that's as far as the fucking festivities go, bro. I'm about to bash
here we
off
go.
hard.
Let's go. Guarantee, Jay.
Let's get it, boy.
Truth. Surely, people, if you don't know, the one thing we know is that the Truth despises Jose Mourinho, right? So surely on Sunday, you cannot accept a Maureen masterclass at the Emirates because of the Europa League.
Look, if we get Spurs in the Europa League, then all hands are thinking, that's when it's gonna get personal and emotional. But as I said, this game to me, it just doesn't mean as for me, it's more of a risk. Whatever happens in this game is more of a risk. I need to now. Arteta has made sure that I need to now focus on Europa League. Remember 2 weeks ago, I said that I would prefer to go in the league, but Arteta has shown with his team selection that his focus is the Europa League. I can't put the same amount of thing into this game as I normally would, considering that we're going to play a weekend side and that we're going to be looking at on Thursday. Like I don't really
one,
feel it.
one more question before I move on to Spurs.
Yeah.
If you lot beat Olympiacos 4-0, he has to play a
That's different,
strongest
yeah.
11.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's a scenario where I would be like, if we go and rip the second half, I would be like, let's go into the game because Olympiacos are not going to score 5 and in the thing game. So yeah, more than likely, let's go into the North London derby. But it's a tight game as it looks now. Let's just focus on it for now and see what goes on.
Fair enough. It's fair views. I mean, you got to think of the bigger picture here. We're talking about one game of bragging rights versus the potential
Exactly.
of trying to win silverware and get back into the Champions League.
Exactly.
So it's a very level-headed argument. I mean, when you do it on the flip side and look at Spurs, obviously they're 2 points off top 4. They're still in the Europa League. They've got the League Cup final coming up, so they've got to try and do a balancing act themselves. I don't know if I want to ask him this question. We're gonna have to, seeing as he's here. All right, Tooth, your boy Maureen, right? What do you think his expectations will be for the North London derby on Sunday? You're on mute.
Well, maybe it was best to just stay on mute, bruv. Listen, Jay, bruv, you need to move a little bit to your left-hand side, bruv. There's something in the background I'm not feeling, bruv.
Well, the professor's behind me, man. The professor's behind me.
But for real, hey, listen, after we finish the podcast, bruv, send me the link for the katanas, bruv. Because I'm trying to sort my crib out and get some fucking...
This guy's got to ask a question. He's not even answering the question.
Listen, for real, yeah. You man need to put some respect on my boy's name, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Calling him silly names like Maureen. Bro, this guy's trophy cabinet is stacked, fam. And the only reason why the truth hates him is because he's just a born loser, bruv. He doesn't understand the concept of winning. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Mourinho is about. I don't care if it's 1-0 football. I don't care if it's negative numbers football. I don't care.
You do care. You do care because that's the reason you start watching football. So don't contradict yourself.
Bro, I stopped watching football because my team wasn't winning. You
start watching football because your team is boring, man. You flipping had.
Bro, my team is shit, bro. I'll admit it, bro. I support 4 other teams now because of the fucking trauma I've been put through from Munich.
Exactly, and what's the team that you support? Name them. Munich.
Bro, listen, Bayern Munich,
Man City.
Winners, bro. I'm all about, bro.
People that play good football. Barcelona.
There we go. You want to be
where you
entertained.
going? No one's going to be able to see it.
Weight I've been carrying. Fucking supporting Newcastle with this bag on my back, bruv. It is a fucking big weight to carry, bruv. Fucking 29 years I've been supporting this shit club. It's tough. You can't be coming at me like that, bruv. Bruv, I need psychiatric help.
What I'm telling you, the team that you support now are a team that play attractive football. Don't tell me it don't mean anything. Because your heroes, you talk about Pep, Pep being the Don, you talk about Lionel Messi. You not mention anything to do with Marina apart from winning, fam. I don't want to hear that.
But that's all that matters, bruv. When it's all said and done, when they make a movie on him, when they look at
someone like you've been devoid of success for 29 years. You've never even seen your team hold a trophy.
But there you go. You said it yourself. That's why I have.
I know to you though. To you.
Well, maybe you should try it, bruv. You know,
listen. We grew up with this guy as the manager, man. We got to watch something on the weekend. There's no point turning up and watching a pump bus.
The same reason, yeah. The same reason you man kicked him out is the same reason you're criticizing Mourinho. But then you look back at it with rose-tinted glasses. Yet when we talk about Mourinho, it's all about negative shit. Like, bro, the guy won 2 Champions Leagues with 2 different teams. Name it off the top of your head. Name me another manager that done that. Silence.
I was going to say that as well.
Ancelotti.
And like Carlo.
All right, cool, fair enough. But Carlo's
the top of my head.
Hey, Carlo's a done as well. But listen,
I've got nothing but respect for what Marine did back in his day. But we move on. Yeah. Nothing stays still.
He's at,
Nothing
all right,
stays still.
coming back round to what TJ said, yeah, about what I expect. Listen, the last two teams he's been at, let's be fair, they've been sort of makeshift teams. They've been going through a sort of revival, players going out, trying to get new players in, trying to do new tactics, trying to try new things. It's been an experiment. We know Mourinho is not that kind of manager. You know, Mourinho needs to come into a place and he needs to have everything set up and he needs to have the money there to bring in the players he needs, the world-class players he needs. He's not that guy. He's not that guy to be bringing kids through the youth academy. You know, he's not that guy to be giving players time to fucking chop and change tactics and stuff like that. That's not him. That's not what when you pay Mourinho's wages, that's not what you're getting. You know, Mourinho is only coming in there to win. And so he needs everything ideally set up for him to achieve that. Now at Tottenham, it's been a mixed bag. They started the season fucking hitting the ground running, and now they have drastically fallen off. Do you know what I mean? Before Christmas,
come back a little bit.
They have, but I mean, before Christmas, you know, people were flirting with the idea, with the wildest idea that fucking.
Literally, Tottenham won the league in November, man. Everybody at work won the league in November.
Now we're talking about what they're 2 points off the top four.
Yeah.
And judging like the form of everyone else, the Uniteds, the Liverpools, they've all been cack anyway. So it's like it's been a big plummet for them. They should have been up there with City. Like it should have been a back and forth between those two, but they have declined drastically. I think personally, going into this match, Mourinho is going to set up to win, and you're going to see a Listen, Mourinho is going to set up to win. You can laugh as much as you want.
Mourinho never sets up to win, man. Mourinho always sets up to not lose. That's what he does, and then whatever comes as a bonus.
So two. Are you expecting Mourinho to send his team out there and absolutely blitz Arsenal?
That's what I'm saying. Are they going to come all out?
Listen, I'm expecting a 1-5-4 formation, bro. Youngest record of 4 midfield, 5 attackers, fam.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Listen, no, I'm joking, but no, for real. I expect him to set up a team that's going to win. They've already got one over Arsenal this season, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they got two because it's League Cup and Premier League. But yeah,
who gives a fuck about that shit, bro? But in the Premier League, they've got
in the Premier League they got one over already.
They've already got one over. This is going to be a White Hart Lane fixture, isn't it?
No, it's at Emirates.
Even though it don't matter though. It don't matter though.
Well, that's how outdated I am. They don't even play at White Hart Lane anymore. I swear.
So it's called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You could call it White Hart Lane.
Yeah, whatever stadium they play at, bro. That's deep though. Their stadium does look like a fucking shithole. You get me, bro. Their stadium has nothing to do with Mourinho, by the way. Yeah, so. No, I think he's going to set up the team to win. They're not going to play the most attacking fucking Man City football you're gonna see, but I think they're going to set up their team to win the game. And whether it be 1-0 part the bus or whether it be a fucking 6-0 thrashing, it depends. But Son to score, Harry Kane maybe to set up score. Is he injured at the moment?
No. Sugar Kane's fine.
Cool. So that's what I think, man. I think Arsenal are gonna play good football, but they're gonna lack an end product. To be fair.
Fair enough.
Like to be fair, that's just going off what the truth said about the players not knowing how deep this game is.
Yeah.
That's why I based that off. I think they're
going to be fair. That last sentence that sounds like Arsenal right now.
No, it's true. They dominate a lot of Arsenal. Dominate a lot of games, and they don't necessarily get over the line. Jay, Tooth mentioned Sugarcane, right? He's got 11 goals in 12 North London derby starts.
It hurts, man.
How do you stop Sugarcane with the back four? Well, no, back three, because I don't count Tierney, because Tierney's a bad man. But how do you stop him with the rest of the defenders that you have got?
you know what? I'll be honest. It's a difficult one with him because I spent a long time arguing that he wasn't world class. But every time he's scoring against Arsenal, I've got nothing to say.
Jay, I agree, bro. He is such a basic footballer, bro.
Nah, hold on.
What he has
hold on.
is 99 finishing.
Yeah, but
if he's a stat, that's what he is.
Yeah. What he is, right, is just a very great finisher. But bro, when you look at Sugarcane and his fundamentals, yeah, there's nothing about him that says special footballer. When you compare him to the Agueros, yeah, when you compare him to you can even compare him to people in the Premier League. When you compare him to the Agueros, when you compare him to the Jamie Vardys, you can see what they've got and what's special about them. When you look at Sugarcane, you just know this guy worked so hard to build his craft, and he's just made it elite. But if you look at him on the basics of what we've seen, you would just think, how is this guy that good? But that just goes down to his mental determination and his love of the game, how he's made himself so elite. Yeah. Sorry, Truth, go on.
But this is why I think he's actually world class. You know, I hate Tottenham, but as a coach, one thing I put above anything else is what 98% of these players who are playing right now don't do. They do not go home and hone their craft. Kane has honed his craft. He can go to any team and he'll bang goals. He's got a brain for football. It is there, and that's what makes him world class in this day and age. Maybe back then with the Henrys, Shevchenkos, Crespos, Inzaghi's.
To be fair, he's in that kind of mode. Not Henry, but the Inzaghi's, the Crespos, in terms of just being finishers, bro.
Yeah.
And he's got a little bit more because obviously in the modern game you can't just be a finisher. You have to be a little. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Truth, come on. When we saw this guy burst onto the scene, right? There's nothing. You looked at him after the first couple of games and you thought, bruv, this guy's just some basic English football. You're them basic English footballers, bruv.
Literally, it was going to be the next David Nugent. I thought, listen. Let's go goals.
I was scared of him because as soon as I see a guy who's a natural finisher, with his build, I'm scared because he's built like a Lewandowski. Like he's built like, that's Lewandowski, that's Dzeko, and he's got deadly finishing. And what that does is that makes you scary in the air and scary with your feet. And that's all you need to do to be a successful striker. Once you have those physical attributes, it comes down to the mentality. And he's got the mentality, and that's what makes him so dangerous. That's what makes him world class to me. So
how do you stop him?
In terms of stopping him, we don't need to stop him. Mourinho stops him because he's playing what they call it, a quarterback role.
yeah. He's playing centre mid.
Exactly. So Mourinho stops him, but for us to stop him, we just need to not do any mistakes.
That's it.
That simple.
Listen, apart from the City game, I can't remember the last game that Arsenal hasn't really played well, dominated. And we've always looked like we've got the structure, but there's always something stupid that happens that makes us take 5
seconds. I can't remember the last time that we haven't conceded a goal where it wasn't a stupid mistake. Even a City goal, you're looking at it, you're thinking, right, this 5'1" guy is scoring a header.
How annoying.
It's so true. It's so true. Just on a final point before I ask for predictions, because Truth, I know that you said it and I know you want to speak about him. Your boy Granit Xhaka, bruv. Just people, if you haven't seen it, the goal against Burnley, right? Bruv, calamity at its finest. Truth, listen, I'm not even gonna ask you a question. Just talk, bruv.
Yeah, so I don't want to rant because I've seen too many people on AFTV rant and they sound stupid. I'm just gonna literally tell it as it is in terms of, I think Granit Xhaka is one of the worst footballers that I've ever seen play in the Premier League. Like, if he was to drop down and go play for freaking Forest Green United or something, he wouldn't look out of place. He fully suit League One, League Two, maybe even Ryman.
That's it, Ryman.
I'm not even joking. I think you would. I think you put him down there. I think you. No, I'll tell you what. I think you would actually struggle in those divisions, because if you're getting closed down and doing the shit that he does on the ball, what can you do? He is such a bad footballer, and the problem I have is that someone like Granit Xhaka, and I know you United have the same issue as well. I know people wonder, why do these players play? Xhaka, McTominay's, they're based on metrics, and this is the problem. Xhaka is a metric player. When the game is over and then everyone comes together, all the stats guys at Arsenal, they're like, oh, Xhaka, he's got 90-something% passing, even though it's passing sideways. He had a few incisive passes going forward. He hit a ball over the top and he created a chance, whatever. It's all based on metrics, unfortunately. And the one thing metrics doesn't include is your mentality, your creativity in terms of getting past people, creating the odd yard, creating the odd space. And it doesn't include over the long period of time, the mistakes that he's done, which, tell me if I'm wrong, is eight errors since 2017 leading to goals, direct goals. The most from a midfielder, not a goalkeeper, not a defender, from a midfielder. I can't remember who the other player was, but I think the next midfielder was like way down on the list with like 2 or 3. He's a midfielder that has goals, 8 goals directly leading to 8 mistakes leading directly to goals. Not only that, that doesn't include his red cards that he's got, that's cost us games. That doesn't include his indirect errors, like the one against Leicester, where he couldn't take out Tielemans, and then Tielemans is there running past him, and Xhaka is running behind him like he's freaking running in quicksand. It never looked like he was going to take him out. It doesn't include that. So why are we playing such a liability in the most important part of the pitch?
The only thing I would say, though, is at the moment, who would you start ahead of?
Any person, anyone. I will pick up anyone. I would go get Almunia from wherever he is, and sign him on a free and chuck him in the middle of the park. He would be played better than Xhaka.
Would you play Sean Longstaff?
Anyone? Give me Longstaff. Hey, two. Who else is there in Newcastle? Longstaff, John Joe Shelby,
Isaac Hayden.
Yeah, anyone. Any person would do more of a job than Xhaka in that midfield role. And you know what pisses me off as well? People think that he plays good, yeah? I hate this. People think that he plays good because he doesn't make mistakes. When he doesn't make a mistake, everyone thinks he's played good just because he hasn't made any mistake. When he's only given you a 4 or 5 out of 10. Xhaka will never ever give you 8 or 9 out of 10 because he's not that good. Him having a good game is getting a 5 out of 10. Him having a normal game is getting a 3 out of 10. And that error against Burnley pissed me off so badly because it was so stupid. It was so stupid. When he first got the ball coming towards him, he had 3 passes on. He had 3 passes on.
Yeah.
3 passes on. He decided to take a touch.
Yep.
That touch took away 1 person. The ball that he tried to play was the dumbest ball that he could ever have done. He done the worst option. And he came out and apologized for once. It's the first time he's actually come out and apologized for doing something stupid. Normally he's very arrogant about it. And for me, it's not enough. Like, he shouldn't be in the team. I can't even blame him too much. He shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But this is
just a reflection of where Arsenal are at this stage.
But the manager fought to keep him.
Metrics. So I told you, it's all based on metrics. Unfortunately, it's all based on metrics.
The thing is, though, El Nenny's the other option.
Yeah, play on Nenny. What? The thing that El Nenny doesn't do is give you an error. When you're playing, you're walking on eggshells.
El Nenny would have played that pass first time. That pass from El Nenny would have played it to the wide first time. But I don't know. They obviously, every manager we've had has played it. Every manager we've had, he's obviously a good trainer.
There's no mistake. Yeah, there's no mistake that since 2017 we haven't gotten the Champions League. I'm not blaming Xhaka alone, but I posed you this question, TJ, and you answer for me.
Mm-hmm.
If instead of Xhaka, we had bought N'Golo Kante, I believe that we would still be right now in the top 4. If it's N'Golo Kante in that position instead of Xhaka?
I would say no, only because your defense is still so bad. but I understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
Because it's such.
Exactly.
What
You
I
said
would
the
say,
defense is bad. Yeah.
what I would say is that you lot would have always been in contention with N'Golo Kante for top 4. But I think because the defense is so bad, I think you probably in the 4. How long has Xhaka been there? 4 years? Is it 4 years? Yeah. 4 years. Yeah. So in those 4 years, at least 2 of them you probably would have been in, and 2 of them you would have been out, based on how your defense is doing. But
why has the defense been bad though?
Because A, you got bad
protection,
but B, because you've had no protection in front of the back 4, but you still got bad defenders.
No, but that's the thing. You can make defenders look good if they have protection. If there's any good protection in front of them. But look, as I said, the Leicester is an example. Tielemans had a straight run on through to our goal because the person that's supposed to be a shield in front of them was there running in quicksand behind him. Like, he didn't have a spot for danger. I don't know why he plays so deep. He can't play when he's put under pressure. He's not quick. He's not physical apart from fouling. He's always on a yellow card. I actually can't understand for the life of me why he's constantly playing. And as much as I love Arteta and I do want him to succeed, he's going to die by this player like the 2 managers before him.
No, we definitely need a new player in that position. If we're going to move forward, just for cutting out those 8 mistakes, we can't have that if we want to be. We can't be doing this. Like, we keep shooting ourselves in the foot. So, listen, I don't think he's as bad as the truth says. Like, I will defend Granit a little bit because despite all of the things that's gone on, like, he's always turning up. Like, he'll play. Don't get me wrong.
I wish he didn't. Of all players, yeah, I wish he said, coach, I'm not, my stomach's hurting. Yeah, I don't want to play today.
He's one of them guys that you just can't trust in the long term. Like, there's always, like, I'm sure I read it. They said, like, he's had 4 games. That means he's due a mistake, and he got his mistake. So that's basically how we're always waiting. It's like David Luiz, basically. We're always waiting.
It's true. It is true. But we're going to see what happens. We'll save the prediction of result for the end when we do the predictions. But yeah, Arsenal versus Spurs at the Emirates this Sunday. It may not sound like it, but they are Arsenal fans and they do want Arsenal to win. But obviously they are looking at the bigger picture as it's still 1-0 in the second half against Olympiacos.
Just a little just before we finish on Arsenal, I do want to actually mention something. And this is something for all the Arsenal fans that I think we need to get behind. We posted a loss of 50 million the last year, with all the COVID and everything. And next year, our losses will probably be even less because they were taken into regard the whole COVID year rather than just a little small part of it, like this year's results. And we have a moment in time right now where it's possible for us to force Kroenke to sell. But as a fan base, we need to be together on this, because what I'm saying is that we are so reliant on our match day income and we've lost that for a period of time. If as a fan base we said, we're not going to go back to those games when things open up, Kroenke is going to really have to take a look at our finances, because he's hemorrhaging money at the moment. Arsenal's going to be hemorrhaging money, especially if we don't have fans coming back into the stadium. And hopefully it'll be forced for him to either sell up or change up his structure that he's currently running at Arsenal, where he puts nothing in, but as an advisor, money's bleeding coming out of us. So hopefully as a fan base, we could all get together and put that pressure on, because I personally do not want Kroenke at our club.
No, I completely agree. We need an owner who wants us to win, who wants to win, who cares about football.
Exactly. And we have the opportunity now to do that. So
listen. Here's some
maybe them Arab guys that wanted to buy Newcastle might turn up for who knows?
Hey, listen, my opinion right now, is the most valuable, bruv. Because we have fucking Mike Ashley, the OG at our club. Yeah. Right? Let me tell you something. You could go cry, you could go hold hands and sing Kumbaya outside the fucking stadium. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, bruv. My man is a fucking billionaire. That is his property. You ain't gonna tell him shit what to do with it. Do you know what I mean? And I pray Arsenal do a fucking Portsmouth. You know what I mean? I hope you guys get fucking relegated. Your club goes into fucking extinction. Do you know what I mean? I would love it. Why? Shall I tell you why? Because Arsenal fans are just hilarious when they complain, bro. It's just so entitled. Do you know what I mean? Try to be a fucking Newcastle fan for 29 years, bro. Do you know what I mean? So you get no sympathy from me, fam.
This guy, it's too much as this 1-1 Olympiacos equalised. Courtesy of Ceballos, so another mistake from an Arsenal player. As we move on quickly, Truth.
Oh, we're talking about the...
Quickly. Like, as in, like, I'm going to do it in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, you could jump on straight into it.
So United have finally done what was expected and appointed a director of football and a technical director. Technical director being Darren Fletcher, and the director of football being John Mata, who I heard last time was an Uber driver for the players.
I do want to actually ask though, if you guys have had the Van der Sar rumors, you could have gone what? You could have got Overmars if you would like to.
Rangnick, all these guys.
Yeah, Rangnick.
Or Mitchell.
Yeah. Rio even put himself in the hat, but we talk about that in a second. You've actually got another non-footballing guy as your director of football. I just want to hear your thoughts on that. That's interesting.
Right, the guy was a Lyft driver for the players. He came in a loser era with David Moyes, and he didn't leave. And because man's been there the longest, he's been given director of football. Then Darren Fletcher, who was doing the under-18s, left, retired 2 years ago from playing, ain't got no coaching badges, right? No experience of anything to do with a director of anything, gets the job as a technical director. And the technical director is supposed to be the person that the manager goes to, to discuss transfer, all that, but looks for their wisdom and experience. How can Ollie, who's a fraud and a bum, right, go to Darren Fletcher, who's had no experience whatsoever? This is what the club is doing, right? Ollie is the biggest criminal in football, bruv, because man has actually got his brethrens at the top. You see them dons in the crime films, They got all their people, they surround themselves with all their people, so they're protected. That's what Ollie's done right now. We're getting Darren Fletcher on board. Now imagine, right? You lot mentioned the guys that Paul Mitchell, Rangnick, Van der Sar, all these guys that have put work in to be technical directors. I heard Oliver Kahn and Van der Sar got sent to university. They had to study to do this role. Then Oliver Kahn, when he got because everyone thinks Oliver Kahn, just because he's a Bayern Munich legend, got the job. He had to go and study. When he came back, he had to study Rummenigge, and he had to study somebody else before he got the role that he's into. But now Man United is just throwing it out, like to say, here you go. Let's just get anybody in. Right, it's a joke, but it's the direction the club's going. The owners look here and says, this is the cheapest option.
Yeah.
Right. Ed Woodward's like, all right, if I get Darren Fletcher and this Murtagh guy here, Murtagh's already been here. Darren Fletcher doesn't know what he's doing. So any transfers or anything that I am trying to do, no one's going to challenge me. And Ollie knows any dumb footballers that he wants to buy, they're all going to say yes. So, bruv, we're going to have like youth from Dunfermline, youth from all these teams, Dundee United. Those are our links, bruv. Nicholas Sturgeon is our link now to getting players, bruv. That Scottish market is going to be mad. And we have to hope and pray that we can pluck Andy Robertson from somewhere. Because we're not getting Jadon Sancho and Haaland. Forget about it, bruv. Forget about it.
Imagine Darren Fletcher sitting at the table with Haaland.
Hey, Morales in that badge, Morales from Rangers.
Bruv, we're gonna be getting Morales, bruv. What's that guy? What's that? Laxalt from Celtic, bruv.
Hey, talented guy.
Hey, the Scottish market is banging right now, man. That may be the place to go.
Listen, it's a joke. But this is the way that the club's going. And as the Truth did a rallying cry for the Arsenal fans, United fans, we can't accept this because we're not going anywhere. Ole has sealed a new contract, so now I've got to sit through this shit all over again for at least another. Bruv, they're gonna give him an 8-year tooth. You know when you're saying the 8-year deal with Pardew, that's what Ole's got secured now.
Good.
That's what Ole's got secured now.
He deserves it.
What
He
a
deserves
manager.
it.
What a manager. Who else has
lot,
got
yeah?
Pep's number like
Fuck
that?
you lot,
Who
bruv.
else has got Pep's number?
Hey.
Man said he's
I
got
see
Pep's
him on the
number.
side, yeah.
Bruv,
He's a
I just
tactical
watched-
genius.
Bruv, I just watched Frank Kessie literally piss all over our players earlier on, yeah? The only reason why he's got Pep's number is purely because Pep comes out to play. There was no space in behind, and we watched the fridge on toes miss from... How do you miss from a yard? How do you miss? No, 2. How do you hit the post from a yard? How? Someone please tell me how you hit the post from a yard. And this is what I've got to sit here and deal with.
He wasn't using his head. If it was his head, it would have been a goal because he's a bit rusty.
But back to the director of football thing. As I said, like, it just goes to show what direction the club is going in. It's absolute nonsense. It's bullshit. And as you said, Rio was in for the job, right? And he's been retired longer than Darren Fletcher has, right? It was another opportunity for someone of colour to get a job in a role at Manchester United. You all call him a legend. It was another opportunity. And again, another club has bypassed that. Just like Bournemouth with Thierry Henry. And there's so many times that you can say this. And it's ridiculous. And that's why when we had the podcast, check it out, people. It's on if you go to our channel, you can look for it about taking the knee. And we said it's nonsense. These are part of the reasons why we say it's nonsense. Because we're still not getting opportunities. And
Privilege.
you got people now, don't get me wrong, Rio hasn't got no experience as a director, but bro, he can't do a worse job than Darren Fletcher because at least Rio was cultured when he was a footballer. So he kind of knows, and he has that connection. If we got Rio, at least you know Jadon Sancho's a done deal. Yeah? At least you know that, bruv. Like, with Darren Fletcher, it's a travesty. And as I said, the only thing I will say is all them dumb United fans that are talking this, saying that, oh yeah, United this, United that, and they got their scapegoats. All your boys are now in power now. So I'm gonna see who you're gonna blame, because the Glazers, as bad as they are, they always give people money. So let's see who you're gonna blame. Are they really gonna turn on Darren Fletcher? Are they gonna turn on Ollie because they're Ollie sexuals? No, they're not. So it's just more and more reason why there's gonna be no more excuses. And the last point I have before we move on to the prediction, I don't know if you lot want to ask me a question beforehand, is that Gary Neville was preaching on Sky Sports, saying United needed a director of football and it had to be the best in class. I want to hear his comments about putting Darren Fletcher in charge. And I don't want to hear United DN fucking A again. I don't want to fucking hear it. Yeah, because this has got nothing to do with United DNA. You want someone that knows what they're doing at the top level. And there's so many guys out there that you could have got, but because they would challenge the structure of the club and challenge the manager, they fucking bottled it and got one of Ollie's friends in. It's bullshit. But yeah, that's me on that, because we are running out of time. We only got about 10 minutes left, people. As it's still 1-1. Truth, go for the what happened last week. Actually, I don't think the winner's here. The winner's not here this week.
Yeah, unfortunately, your boy The Truth lost for the first time this year in his predictions. KA just about got it. It was a horrible weekend for all of us, because
it was
loads of crazy results. Burnley, Arsenal, Liverpool, Fulham, which nobody could have, well, we could have predicted, but we weren't brave enough to.
One thing, all you Liverpool fans, yeah? That were chatting shit, bruv, trying to talk like you know how to win things, yeah? Good luck to you lot, innit?
Hey, Liverpool, you got your day coming. I think that needs to be discussed soon. We need to discuss about Liverpool. But yeah, we weren't brave enough predicting guys losing. Man City, Man United, as we said, TJ gave a rousing speech last week about Ole. He heard it. Ole came out firing.
Martial came out firing, bruv.
Single-handedly won the Manchester derby by himself.
Martial and Luke Shaw won the Manchester derby.
Manchester is red under Ole. That's basically it.
I've got a prediction, yeah? And I think the universe is just balancing itself out, bruv. Every time TJ shits on Ollie just seems to be getting more support,
I'm telling you. He's getting stronger and stronger.
Exactly. He just goes from strength to fucking strength, bro.
Right, we'll see what happens on Sunday when all our players are injured. All our players are injured now, so let's see what he does.
TJ, change your approach. I'm telling you, bro.
I know. Stop becoming a fan.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Listen.
You want Ole to leave? Bruv, start supporting him, bruv. I'm
telling
you.
Nah. You'll never hear that. You'll never hear them words come out of my mouth. The only thing you will hear me say is credit where credit's due. He's got Pep's number, but that's all I will say about him.
Fair enough. So we're gonna get into predictions for this week.
Ooh, people, we got 4 of us. We got 4 of us today, so it should be a good one.
Yeah, we'll try to run through it. Try to make your opinion as sure as possible. Because there are 4 of us. I'm gonna start with the first game, which is Leeds versus Chelsea. Let's go to Jay for this one. This is first.
Hey, isn't Newcastle Aston Villa tomorrow? Chelsea.
You know, we only do like the top, like the big 6 games. We don't do every game.
Top games too. Newcastle now. I think Leeds they're due a win, you know. So I'm gonna say Leeds 1-0.
Leeds 1-0, yeah. Leeds 1-0, TJ.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. Tooth?
Going with my German connections, bruv. 2-1 Chelsea.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea. They've been playing very tight football. Playing decent, slowly getting players into form. So yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea. Next game is Fulham Man City. TJ?
City got Champions League, innit?
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, they do. Because
yeah.
But I'm still gonna go 2-0 City because Fulham look good, but I think City's just gonna have a little bit too much for them. I know they're gonna have one eye in the Champions League as well, so they're not gonna go all guns blazing. But I think 2-0.
I'm gonna go 4-0 City.
Yeah, I'm going 3-1 City.
3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Tooth?
5-0 City, bruv.
Fair enough. Could happen, boy. Next game is the big one, Arsenal Tottenham. Let's go Jay first on this one.
1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
I'm
TJ?
gonna go. You know what it is, yeah? Because you lot put me off with the way how you lot spoke earlier. Now I'm questioning it. But just because of the record at home, I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. It's funny. I never predict us to lose, and I never predict Tottenham to win. So the obvious thing is a 1-1 or a 2-2.
Go with your team, man.
I'm going 3-1 Arsenal.
Yes, sounds like a good day.
I'm going 3-1 Spurs.
Fair enough. Next game, United West Ham, top 4 battle.
It's a good game, that.
0-0.
You think? Not a bad shout.
Yeah,
0-0, bruv. Dead food out there, bruv.
West Ham are good defensively.
Nah, I think just Lingard can't play, can he?
Nope.
Yeah, nah, they can't win without Messi Lingardinho.
Messi Lingard, bro. See what happens when he plays on a proper system.
I'm gonna go United West Ham. I'm gonna go 2-1 United. Jay?
I think United have got to do now in the Europa League after the 1-1, so I can see West Ham taking a little sneaky 1-0. Who's going to score for United if they've got all these players out, like TJ says?
Man like Armand Traore or Diallo, or whatever you want to call him. The guy's got 2 names. The reason I can find this guy a proper passport, you know. I don't like the way he's got this guy's got a different name.
Man's doing them 419s, bro.
telling you. TJ.
2-1 West Ham.
No way. I'm not putting that down.
No, I'm being serious.
I'm not putting that down.
Listen, everyone is injured. Everyone's injured. Martial's out. Rashford's out. Cavani's out. Van de Beek's out. Pogba's out. Everyone's injured. One matters out. How one matters out, I don't know.
I was gonna say that guy's still playing for United.
Ole might come out of retirement to play, bro. Ole might just come out. Of
Everyone is injured. 2-1 West Ham.
This guy's actually saying West Ham are going to win 2-1. Actually, I
And
didn't put it down,
as Jay said as well, we're going to have another eye in the Europa League.
Nah, you guys aren't trying to win. You guys, Europa League should be secondary for you guys. You guys are going after the big trophies, the Premier League, the FA Cup. Okay, I'll put that down 2-1. Last game, interesting one. I really don't know how to predict this one, but Wolves versus Liverpool.
Oh my Lord, bro. I don't even know what to say. Someone else go first.
Wolves 1-0.
You going 1-0 too?
Yeah, 1-0 Wolves.
Okay. Jay?
No, I think Wolves, they ain't got a striker still, so, but then again, Liverpool, well, you don't know what's going to happen to them, so I don't know.
Liverpool aren't at home. Wolves are at home. Liverpool have lost 6 on the trot at home.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, so it's away from home as well, so.
Yeah, so they might be.
Yeah, but you got to remember as well, Wolves are not going to come out. They're the one team
Wolves are going to defend.
Don't come out.
Yeah. Like they took a 0-0 with Chelsea, didn't they? So I'll say 1-1. 1-1.
1-1.
Pedro Neto to score. That guy's a player.
I don't know what to predict with this one, you know. Wolves. I'm tempted to go 1-0 Wolves, you know. I'm gonna go 2-1 Wolves. Yeah, I just think Liverpool are such chaos at the back, where they're playing either Kabak, Williams, that guy from Preston. It's just a mess. TJ?
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Oh, really?
I feel like they turned the corner in the Champions League.
Yeah, but they beat Leipzig before and then went to go lose.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I think Wolves not having a striker is going to be detrimental to them in this game.
Fair enough. Did Wolves win their last game? Just in case I want to change. No, it was a draw 0-0. Yeah, you might be right. Fair enough. Yeah, that's it. 5 fixtures. We see who comes on top for this week.
There we go, people. Another jam-packed, eventful podcast. It's been a madness. As I said, any Arsenal fans that were expecting blood, sweat, thunder, and tears, you're not getting that from this. Our guys are thinking long-term, not short-term. But deep down, you know they don't want to lose this game, especially the truth. He doesn't want to lose to Maureen at all. As we sign off, it's still 1-1 in Greece, which in hindsight is a decent result. But it looks like if the game stays the same, Arsenal will change it up for the North London derby. But that is it from us, people. As usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know what your thoughts are. North London derby, who's going to win? Where's it going to be won? Where's it going to be lost? Will Maureen have another masterclass against Arsenal? As usual, let us know what you think about the stupid appointment from Man United in terms of the director of football. Freaking Braveheart is now a technical director. Like, absolute nonsense. But we'll see what happens with that. And let us know your predictions as well, people. Put your predictions in the comment section and say if you agree, disagree, and come up with your own results as well. You know, we always want to be interactive with you all. But I want to say thank you to my guys, The Truth, Tooth, and a special thank you for Jay for joining us for the first time. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure, man.
Yeah, it was.
Jay, don't be a stranger, man. You need to jump on more.
100%, 100%. It'll be good, man. It'll be good.
I love it.
If we win on Sunday, whoo, I'm here.
There you have it, people. If the Arsenal win on Sunday, Jay will be back. Love that. But people, as usual, as we say, stay safe. We've got coming up. We got at some point, people. I have promised it to you. At some point, NBA will be coming up. We'll be doing a mid-season review.
We'll do it after the deadline, after the trade deadline.
Yeah, after the trade deadline. after the trade deadline, we'll do it because we got to talk about Blake Griffin going to the Nets and all that jazz. We obviously, as you know, we got UFC 260. We said it in the UFC podcast. That's coming up. And we've got Dillian White and Povetkin coming up as well. And at some point, I think we've got the French Open coming up as well. So plenty of content coming for you guys. But stay safe out there, people. As usual, as we say, keep your family safe. Stay at home, all that shit. Don't do a Harry and Meghan. Don't do a Piers Morgan and walk out because people challenge you. We're not going to talk about that because it's not that kind of show. But I just wanted to get in there as Arsenal go 2-1 up. And we're signing out. Peace.
Peace.